Thursday with Who You With Kurt Dog. With everything that is going on in the world today, I want to know your true feelings, how you feel. I must say, I'm gonna put a link on the page where you can be on the show live. We're clicking on the link. You basically sign a disclaimer that you have no problem with being broadcast to all our platforms uh, at no cost. We ain't paying you. So definitely, I want to hear from y'all what's going on. If you want to talk about anything in the world, only thing I ask that you um, don't be vulgar or disrespectful or anything like that, because I will cut you off right away. You can talk about the protest, the riot, uh, the stupid stuff that Trump does, and stuff like that. So whatever is on your mind, this is a platform to give you the opportunity to speak your mind. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the link out there now where you can go ahead and click on the link. As they come in, I just ask that you um, be appropriate, because you're going to be seen by millions of folks on this video. So don't come on here half dressed. Take the time, do whatever you got to do to be presentable. Like I said, once you come on, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If it's not what's going on in the world today, you can talk about what's on your mind. Give yourself to free your mind and speak about whatever, because that was the whole reason of me getting this platform together. So I'm going to start off by myself. Basically, with some of the comments and some of the things our leaders have done, I don't agree with them. To use force to push peaceful protesters back and to use the military to do it just for you to get a photo op in front of a church. What leader does stuff like, well, we know what leader did it, but I'm like, hey, that don't make sense. We are all in America, and you using our military to use force to get your own personal agenda out, which is not good at all as a leader or anyone else for that point. I'm quite sure there's some other things that you could have done or been doing. If you really wanted to be a leader, you could have walked straight over there. So apparently you are paranoid, or the report came out that you was upset because on Saturday night you had to go hide in the bunker to hide from the protesters. So for me personally, okay, if you want to make it peaceful, you should go out there. You should go out there. And you could have walked across the street, had your security to keep the people back. Apparently you felt like they was too much for them. Or apparently you felt like they just didn't like you. So, but that's unnecessary. That's a lot of waste of money and time to get that set up. And it later came out that you're supposed to be doing an inspection. What about the people you have on the payroll? Why are you doing the inspection of the bunker? I don't understand that. So, and then, I know a lot of people that are Saints fans. I want to know how y'all feel about Drew Brees. How he said he cannot respect the player that disrespect the flag. Yeah, he came out with another statement and said, and apologized and stuff like that. That's probably after the team Well, the team probably didn't say anything to him, but his PR person probably told him, hey, you need to stop it because you're going to lose sponsors. So at that point, he want to put out an apology. I don't trust these apologies because what the first thing that you say is your true feelings. That's your feelings. Now you're trying to paint a picture for where you think we would just take whatever you say. Oh, he didn't mean it. This is what he actually meant. No, that was your true feelings on that situation. Um, I I don't really cut for the Saints, no way. Actually, I was born a Cowboy fan, but I don't really support them either because of Jerry's stand on it. And I want to know what Jerry Jones have to say about it. I haven't seen anything that he said so far. So I would definitely like to know that. Welcome to the show, Randolph Turner. Um, he's listening on Facebook. Also, some of the restaurants coming out and supporting to Trump re-election. How do you feel about it? Because if I'm spending my hard-earned money, I'm not finna go and support these places. I'm not going to support them at all. So how do you feel about it? I want to know because we have the CEO of the Yum that have Pizza Hut, Wendy's, Taco Bell, there's several other restaurants. I put a list on Facebook yesterday. And definitely look at the list. It's your choice if you want to support them or not. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to support them at all. That's not something I'm going to do. And then this morning, another CEO for Taco Bell saying that the protesters should be shot dead in the street. He's out of Louisiana. I also put that on Facebook. So people's true colors are starting to come out during this time. It's going to be either right or left, either way. But when it's racism, I'm not gonna tolerate that. Like I said, I put the link on Facebook. You can definitely click on the link. I can put you in live, let you free your mind and say whatever is on your mind, and just roll with it. Randolph Turner said, I don't eat none of that. I don't either. I do most of my cooking at home. And definitely since the pandemic, I don't trust a lot of these restaurants. This is my personal opinion. I've had friends tell me, hey, let's go here, let's go to, Nope. Because I didn't hardly trust them before the pandemic because I worked in the food industry as a teenager until I got older and wanted to drive trucks. So I've seen some of the stuff that goes on, and I pick up on a lot of stuff when people are doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing around food. Prime example, the other day, I've been really good eating at home, eating healthy, and all of that. So the other day, I was like, that tastes for something a little sweet. And I went by Brahms. I'm just throw them out there. Went by Brahms and got in there. Okay. First young lady I walked in, she didn't have a mask on, didn't have gloves on. So when I walked in, she put her gloves on, didn't have a mask on. And after she put her gloves on, she reached in her back pocket and grabbed her phone and started texting someone. Then she put it back in the back pocket, rubbed her hair back like this with the gloves on. Then turned around and asked, how can I help you? No, I'm good. I would like someone else to help me. So then the other young lady started helping me as she was fixing the Sunday I was getting. A 3 scoop Sunday. But as she was fixing it, and she reaching down and getting the ice cream, and a hat kept going into my Sunday at the same time like this, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want it. But I seen some other issues there. Seen some other issues there. Young man had gloves on, had his mask down to about here. Every time he talked, he pulled his mask down and all of this. But then he turned around. Uh, he was changing the trash bag out in the trash. And as he was changing his trash bag out, one of the young lady asked him for a lid for some paint somebody gave me. And I'm like, okay. He reached over, grabbed the lids after he unchanged the trash bags out, and then he turned around and handed the young lady the lids with the same dirty gloves on. With all that to say, I said something to the brother that was getting the paints, and he was like, no, can you get more lids for me? And he said he didn't pay attention to it. When you go out to the restaurant, pay attention to the staff. If they're grabbing their phone, touching their face, don't have masks, and they just laughing and talking without a mask on, a little drip gonna fall out every once in a while. So me personally, I choose not to go out to eat right now. But each his own. Each his own. I understand we've been at the house quite a bit, but I trust my cooking, and I know I can cook good. So, but like I said, if you want to get in on the conversation, definitely hit the link in the message, and then you can come on in to the to speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog Thursdays, and just free your mind, whatever you want to talk about today. There's so much more going on. I know right now the hearing for Aubrey Killer is going on. I caught a little bit of it this morning. The service for George Floyd is going on. So with all that being said, it's a lot going on this morning. Randolph Turner said Trump exposed all racist Black Wall Street. They killed 300. I think it was in the thousands on that one, and burned the whole community. After that, built a baseball field on top of the mass grave of the dead. They angry about looting. Really? I want to say it was up in the thousand. And this past Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, marked 99 years since that happened. So riots been going on for years. But I guess when it's a Klansman or something like that, it's not a riot. It's a get together. When they was driving around burning crosses in folks' yards or hanging our ancestors, it wasn't considered a riot. Just like in Charlottesville a couple of years ago, when Trump had the perfect opportunity of calling it what it was, instead he said it was good people on both sides. Man, get up out of here. I'm like, come on now. It wasn't good people on both sides. The ones that came there to cause the problem is the problem. So they came there looking for trouble. That's all that was. So you cannot say it's good people on both sides when they coming out there causing problems. I know here in Dallas, there's a lot going on, the riots. Everybody who is protesting, it's not bad. Some people have, they're sent there to get the protester riots, to get them up in an uproar, to cause problems. They'll do certain things. Like, for instance, I seen where this, not sure where it was, this two white guys and a young white girl pull up in a black neighborhood handing out bricks to young African American boys. And when you're doing stuff like that, you giving them a brick, and luckily a sister seen it, and she was like, hey, don't get them that brick. You trying to get them killed. But at the same time, she knew what she was doing. And these are the type of folks that is showing up at the riots. I'm not saying all of them, because a lot of them are peaceful. A lot of them are peaceful. But when you have one person that start doing stuff, or in this case, multiple people start doing stuff, it take the credibility of the riot out. The protest out is not a peaceful protest, because now, soon as someone do something, throw something, bust a window, people are automatically going to start running. And at that point, if you don't know what's going on, people are going to respond to what's happening at that time. So I know plenty of folks that is down there protesting that are peaceful, and they are out there to make a point. And that's what we need. We need peaceful protests. I'm surprised that Dak Prescott finally came out. When they was kneeling before, he didn't have much to say on the protest. But this time, he said he's going to donate $1 million to for the policemen to get training. I would say maybe give it to an organization that is out here on the front line, that is trying to have peaceful protests, or maybe even help the small business. All the small business in the cities that have been damaged due to protests and the people looting that is coming down there strictly to do that type of stuff. Get $1 million, spread it out between those small business, because $1 million to train the police, that's the reason why they have the academy, and they spend, if I'm not mistaken, a year in the police academy. All of that is taught in there. So my personal opinion would be, hey, give it to the ones that are suffering for it, because a lot of small business is already hurting for the simple fact we still in the middle of a pandemic. So don't forget about that part. And a lot of them had to shut down for like a month or two. And some of them just recently opened back up, trying to get back on their feet. But now you have this other looting and stuff like that is damaging these small business. I would say give that organization the money. That somebody who's going to really share that information through, going to share that money to the small business. I'm not saying like the bailout for small business, because unfortunately, a lot of our small business didn't get no money. It was some that got some, but then there was some that they didn't get anything. So I would say give it to an organization that's going to do right and spread it out among the small business, especially the ones that was unable to get money before. So like I said, today is going to be Speak on It Thursday. Whatever is on your mind, you can hit that link and come into the room, and I will put you on here live and let you speak your mind. And if you are a small business that is still open, that has been able to operate, come in and support your business also, because we do love to support small business. Because small business, they get overlooked quite a bit. They really get overlooked. So definitely come in, support your business, and let's see where it go from there. Hopefully we can do it. Um, I know Coachella Enterprise, who is making some masks for me, um, they are one of them. They're a small business. Coachella Enterprise. Look them up on Instagram. Um, they are a small company. They do a lot of T-shirts, masks, and stuff like that. Um, George Jules. I purchased some masks from her, which she have a lot of other good stuff on there. Ladies, look on my Facebook page. You can find her on there. She has some good clothes, especially if you're a plus size woman. They have some good, nice clothes on there, glasses, whatever you're looking for. So definitely support them also. If it's any other small business, I've asked in the past about sending your information to me. These are a couple of that I have supported personally, and I know their product is good. So definitely look into it. Like I said, I'm trying something new today, trying to um, get it where y'all can interact with the show. If you definitely want to be on the show, talk about whatever, just hit the link and I will put you in. But like I said, you're going to be on camera. So just make sure you presentable when you come on there, because you can't come on there and tell me, oh, I need to go get a hat. Man, my hair not cut, nothing like that. So I invite y'all to come on. I know California, they're going around doing drive-by with rubber bullets. California Police Department. If it's, I've seen the video. They driving by, seeing a crowd of folks, and they start shooting rubber bullets at them while they driving down the street. Some stuff you just can't learn. I don't know, with doing stuff like that. That's crazy. It's like you're sending a message to the folks. Oh, it's okay to do a drive by. No, it's not. You the police. Get out and do your job. If you scared, put the badge down. But rolling up on folks. I think it was like 4 or 5 people out there, and when they pulled up, the people automatically started walking away. But then the guy on the passenger, pulled the little gun out with the rubber bullets and started shooting at him. What type of message are you sending to the people of California doing stuff like that? It was LA, LA. So we have listeners in LA. We have them from the East Coast to the West Coast. So definitely want to know what's going on in your community, and definitely reach out to us. This platform was set up for you to be able to express yourself with no concern. Um, so definitely, uh, definitely hit the link in the message and come out and see what's going on. Okay, hold on. I think I just got let me do something real quick, because sometime when I go on, I can't always I can't respond to all of them. So I'm actually put the link on Facebook now. I thought it went there, but someone just texted me and told me it didn't. All right, it's posting now, so definitely all right, the link is on Facebook now. So you could definitely come and express yourself and come out and see what you feel about, and tell us how you feel, no matter where you are, what state you're in. Tell us what's going on in your state. The link is up now. I apologize for that. This is my first time doing this, and Facebook is one of the ones I cannot respond back to on this particular system. But it's on there now. So if you're on Facebook, definitely just click that link, and as soon as you come in, I will put you in and express yourself, and we could go from there. So, and have somebody text me saying they're getting ready to come on in a minute. So I definitely want y'all to be a part of this show, the discussion, whatever you want to talk about. We have more great shows coming up in the future. A lot of people been asking about the mental health show. So Monday, we will be coming up with a mental health show again. And you're able to come and talk with the counselor. I will get it confirmed on tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Then Monday night, we're going to do two shows Monday. So Monday at 11, it'll be dealing with mental health. Monday even, I have to get the time for you on that one. We'll be dealing with some other stuff going on in the community. So definitely look out for all of that, because we want to be able to support our neighborhood and be able to do some I'm sorry, I got people sending me stuff. But what else have y'all heard in the news about amongst all this killing that's going on? Even here locally in Dallas, we've had a couple of incidents where some stuff had taken place. A young lady was killed that night waiting to go into a sports bar. Guess someone got upset and did a drive-by. As people, the community, we need to start policing our own community. If you see something, say something. We need to take a stand on that, because this should not be happening in our communities where young lives are being taken. At some point, we have to say enough is enough, and we have to take a stand and do that. So definitely, if no matter what, we need to take a stand and say, hey, this enough. We don't want this no more in our community. Say something. Somebody out there selling drugs in your neighborhood, say something. We need more people to stand up and take a lead on this. So that's where we're at today, dealing with stuff like this. So definitely take a stand on it and be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. That's the way I see it. But I want to know, how do you feel about what's going on? Just whatever is on your mind, free your mind, and just let you free your mind, whatever it may be. Come on here, talk about it, and we'll go from there. I know for me personally, I have a lot of stuff going on, and I'm looking at trying to do some other stuff, trying to correct some things. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Looking at this news with everything that's going on in the world, it can be depression, cause depression, get you upset, and make you upset. But what are you doing to kind of control that? I talk about all the time, counseling. Uh, okay. Lou Roach, welcome to the house. He just said a San Antonio sheriff posted on Facebook that they should start to shoot and kill protesters. Burke County Sheriff Office deputy was placed on administration leave following a social media post that Sheriff Javier Salazar called extremely inappropriate and offensive. See, stuff like that, they don't need to have a badge. I even seen this morning, and I posted on Facebook about the leader for the Republican Party in San Antonio said that the coronavirus was a hoax. Then she turned around and said the killing of George Floyd was a Democrat stunt to turn blacks against Trump. Now, Trump did a good job at doing that at all. First of all, we don't make up stuff to get recognized as a people. We're not going to go around and say, oh, it's a coronavirus and stuff. If you still thinking coronavirus is a joke, why you not out here shaking hands and kissing babies and stuff? Why you not walking around and not protecting yourself? You see, you get people like that is going to end up having Trump, they're going to end up dying from this stuff. And then many of people in the community that did not believe this was a hoax, that felt like the coronavirus was a hoax, and then they didn't take the steps to protect themselves, and unfortunately, they're not around no more. So definitely, you think it's a game, but it's not. It's real. It's definitely real. So it's people like that. They just need to go sit down somewhere. And this officer, he should lose his badge. Matter of fact, Lou, welcome to the show. If I didn't say it earlier, but send me that post, and we know some people in San Antonio. We will put it out there, and hopefully this guy will lose his badge. He shouldn't be behind the badge. Anybody that make a statement like that is carrying the shield, they don't need to be a cop. That's kind of like I heard a recording the other day where I seen the video first, where this New York police officer was running over people. And I was like, no, this cannot be real. This cannot be real. Then someone sent me the audio of it, of the communication on the radio. And someone said the protester was blocking the street. Someone said, run him over. Somebody else said, shoot them MFers. And then someone said, don't say that on the radio. But this cop ran over someone and kept going. If I go out here and run over somebody, I'm going to jail for a hit and run. And that cop should be in jail today. So people that do stuff like that, they don't need to be a cop at all. They don't need to be a cop nowhere. They don't even need to be a security guard, because what'll happen, they'll start profiling somebody upset because they lost their job as a police officer, and then they'll end up shooting somebody as a security guard. I wouldn't even let them be a crossing guard at this point, because they probably have so much hate in them. They can see cars stopping and they telling kids come across the street. So no, maybe they need to go work for Taco Bell or something as a cook, and I don't know. I just wouldn't be eating there. No, they don't need to even work in food place, because they'll do something crazy there too. So, but either way, that's That's good information. Lou Rocher had the opportunity to see him this past Christmas. Um, so appreciate you for sending that information. Definitely put that post on Facebook. He's in San Antonio, so we may not hear that news until weeks later. So when we hear stuff from people that is in that city, they're gonna hear it first before it get out to the media. So I appreciate you sending that information, Lou, and we need to try to get together again next time we come down there, or if you come out to Dallas, we need to try to get together. So I definitely appreciate that. That's what the show is all about. It's about coming together, giving people the platform to talk about whatever you want to talk about. There's no judgments on this show. Also, I've seen a post earlier today at 4:30, a peaceful protest in Addison. I don't have the information in front of me, but if the person that actually posted it, if I appreciate the story, Lou. I'll look at it once I get off. He just posted it on my page, so I will take a look at it about that officer in San Antonio. The person that actually put it, that posted this about the protest, if you could send the address, a peaceful protest. I'm going to say it again, a peaceful protest today at 4:30 in Addison. So definitely go out, support by any means necessary. Even if you just buying some water or something, take it out there to the people, because it's hot, and it's not even hot in Texas yet. I think it's supposed to be like 85 degrees. In most places, that's about 92. So, so it's hot here in Texas. So if you are in the Addison area and you know they having a protest, if you able to, buy some water, take it out there for the protesters. Even if you're unable to be involved with it, take it out there and support them. Everybody can do something by supporting them, and it's definitely. I'm gonna try to find that information on the protest because I was unable to share it on my page because certain things they try. I think some people don't want us to share stuff, but when I seen this earlier, I was trying to share it and couldn't share it, and I'm pulling the person page up now. And also, going out to eat, that's your choice. I have certain places I do trust. I do trust to go and eat because I can see them wearing gloves. I can see them wearing masks. We're unable to go inside, but I can see them. And then also, some of our favorite places, like for instance, Starbucks. They wear masks, but then I realized one day I went by there because I normally try to drink a hot tea or something. And the young lady didn't have gloves, and I started to think, I'm like, whoa, she don't have gloves on, but she had to put my lid on. So I carry some wipes in my car. I wiped it down, but still, I feel like they should wear gloves. They should wear gloves and a mask to make sure everybody is safe. The protest is today at 4:30. 4970 Addison Circle, Addison, Texas 75001. Non-violent protest. We have to express that a non-violent protest. because we don't want the ones that the sheriff in Pennsylvania had to come out and say that it was some people saying Black Lives Matters and all of that, but they was out there causing problems, and they arrested those folks that actually did it, and none of them looked like us. So these were some Caucasian folks that was going out there that was dressed in all black, talking about Black Lives Matter, but then they out there breaking windows and stuff like that. And luckily, Pennsylvania actually caught on to it, and they arrested these folks. And he said in the interview, it's a lot of this that is going on all around the country. Folks are talking about Black Lives Matters and all of that, but they doing it just for one reason, to cause problems. And it's not the ones that are actually out there truthfully out there trying to fight for this thing and trying to make a difference. So when you have people that is going out there and doing this, doing that, it causes a problem. So definitely go out, support the protest today. That's today at 4:30, 4970 Addison Circle, Addison, Texas, 75001. Nonviolent protest today. So definitely go out and support it if you're able to. If you're not able to, that's fine. Pray for them. That's the best thing you can do. Pray for peace. Because when this is all over and said, hopefully, we already have Trump attention, but unfortunately, Trump is like a bully on the schoolyard. He only want to see it his way, either his way or no way. And at some point, his advisory have to say, hey, we have to make a difference. You have to do something different. He don't want to, but eventually will happen, either willingly or unwillingly, because God works in mysterious ways. And when you're doing stuff like this, karma will come back on you. So I'm just saying, hopefully Trump realize what's going on and take a honest stand on it, and not about his own personal feelings or trying to toot his own horn or anything like that, because what he did the other day, that was just crazy. You're gonna forcibly push the protester back using rubber bullet, tear gas, stuff like that. And then you turn around, you want people to support you. And the thing is, it wasn't just Black people, it was all people of America that was out there. So it's definitely a lot of people that is doing a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of good coming out of this too. I've seen a lot of people going out, help cleaning up some of the graffiti. Sorry about that. Got a message. It's saying a lot of people going out cleaning up trash and graffiti. They're not going to show you that on the news. That's one thing they won't show. So it's a lot of stuff. Seattle. I seen a video the other day in Seattle. They was going through the neighborhood where if the media was broadcasting and it was on the outskirts of the protest, and they shooting tear gas and rubber bullets at the media, the Seattle Police Department. So some of the cops, at some point, you need to take a stand and say, hey, I'm not going to do this. They should be able to be peaceful. I think if a lot of police officers allowed the people to be peaceful, I think it would be great. I think it would be peaceful. But when you come out trying to uh, bogart their ways to make a point, that's a problem. Now, I did see last night where Dallas police officer, some of them was uh, they was actually um, got out their cars and they kneeled down. They kneel down. So the protest still is working because a lot of these officers that were once trying to cause a problem or that was out there enforcing, doing a job enforcing the protest and trying to get them to break it up. Now some of them are starting to kneel down. Um, Even at the White House, I seen yesterday, the crowd started chatting and asking them to take a knee and all of that. And as they was asking them to take a knee, some of the guards at the White House took a knee. So it was definitely, it's making a difference with the protests. And people are starting to say, you know what, we need to look at stuff like this. But I also, like I said before, I really want to hear what Jerry have to say, Jerry Jones, because he did make a comment. No cowboy would play on this team if they kneel down during the national anthem, disrespect the flag. Well, first of all, for all the people that think kneeling have anything to do with the flag, it have absolutely nothing to do with the flag. It's about the racism, the police brutality, stuff like that. So it's more to it than just kneeling. And yes, I feel like the NFL do need to um, apologize to Colin Kaepernick because he was wrong. They was wrong for the treatment that he got. And then I heard one coach came out and said Colin was actually, in so many words, blackballed because of his kneeling. That's not the reason why he's not still in the NFL. It was because he kneeled. And my thing is how they try to cut him off at the throat and try to keep his money from him. That's the same way we need to do companies that do not take a stand. Now, I've been receiving emails from all these different companies since the protest started. Well, not even since, in the last couple of days after Target in Minnesota was destroyed. I've started receiving emails from other companies, McDonald's, which I don't eat there either. Getting emails from them saying Black Lives Matter. We here to support and all of that. How are you here to support? We need to know, how are you supporting? What are you going to do to support the cause? Yeah, you can say you donate this, donate that, but the reality, is that really going to be enough? I want to know what y'all think should happen. How should a major company really support it? Because I've seen some incidents where McDonald's have, it's really hard to become a franchise for them if you don't have the type of money they want. They made the money so high that it's kind of hard for somebody like me or somebody like you. So I want to know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna have more black owners, McDonald's owners? Um, I would like to know. It was some other companies that have sent me emails saying, "Oh, we're for Black Lives Matter." My old pizza out of Mansfield, they're saying that they Black Lives Matter. Are you gonna allow minorities to come in and get a franchise of your restaurant? How are you going to do it? I just want to know um, what's really going to happen. So I just want to know, how are these companies going to be able to stand by with what they mean? Are they going to put their money where their mouth is, support these organizations? Okay, you're a big major company, and are you going to support these small business that is hurting, that have nothing to do with food or anything like that? But how are you going to support the community that you're in, that you're getting the money from? That's what I would like to know. And if any restaurants in my neighborhood is going to do something, I would like to know. Send me an email, whouwithcurtdog@mail.com, and I will let people know how you're going to support the community. I haven't responded back to the emails because they probably won't be answered, but I'm going to do the research, and I'm going to reach out to their corporate office and say, hey, this is what's going on. How are you going to help the community? You sending these letters out talking about you standing with us and all of this, Black Lives Do Matter, and you're offering just, how are you going to support these? I believe Colin Kaepernick started a program to be able to bail the protesters out of jail. Are you going to donate to those? I'm just asking. What are you going to do to help this cause? McDonald's been around for, it seemed like a million years, but I know they done changed their sign talking about them, so billions and billions of burgers. Okay, but what are you going to do to give back to the communities? What I need to know. If you want my support, how are you going to give back to the community? And I'm sure a lot of other people may be asking the same question, how to give back. But that's what I'm looking at Thursdays to be. Speak on it Thursday with Who You With Kurt Dog. You could definitely chime in, come in, talk live on the show. We'll set it up. If you click on the link, you can come in. I can put you in. You'll be on video with me, and you can come in and talk about it and just express yourself. Whatever is going through the frustration, definitely get it off your chest. It's good to get it off instead of holding it in. I talk about counseling all the time, which counseling is a good thing. Miss Kincaid, Miss Simmons, they are good counselors. So definitely look on the page. You can get their information on there. And this is trying times right now. So we definitely need to be able to have a out to be able to get some help. Yeah, you could pray, and sometimes while you're praying, you may feel like, man, I'm praying and ain't nothing changing. And sometimes you may not want to pray. But then you have counseling. Welcome to the show, Miss Maddie Wilson. So definitely click on the link if you want to come into the show. Come into the link, and I will put whoever in and give you time to free yourself. Talk about what's on your mind, not just with the protests, just whatever, the pandemic, whatever is on your mind. This is a platform to give you the opportunity to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And we can let you give you that time to be able to do it. We're going to do more shows like this. I know this was kind of a last minute. I put it out there this morning, but now that you know, we're going to have Speak on It Thursday, every Thursday. And we're looking at trying to do I know Monday we'll do 2 shows, but our times may be changing from 11 a.m. to nights because people are starting to go back to work, and I want some of this information that is coming out, want it to be able to get out to people and information people can actually use and use it for their own self. Other things that I do, I listen to gospel music. I heard a great preacher once say, "The way that you start, um, the way that you start your day is the way that your day gonna end." And I may not be quoting him right. Pastor Marcus King, he said it years ago, probably over 10 years ago. He said, "If you waking up listening to hardcore rap, that's setting your mindset. But if you are getting up in the morning, meditating, listening to gospel, that's going to set your mindset a different way." And I have experienced that because some days I get up and I love old school rap. It ain't nothing to get up back in the days, put a little Pac on. And from that day, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to do whatever. So Lou Rocha put, we should form a nonprofit uh, calibration that educate the minority entrepreneur on how to navigate this. Free class flash seminar, how to video tutorials. We should put out a blueprint or roadmap on these things. Secrets of becoming a franchise owner and not have to already be a millionaire. That's a good subject, Lou. Now, let me explain something to y'all. Lou posted something the other day on Facebook, and he was talking about it's sicking him. And I don't, Lou, if you got a chance, click on the link. I want to have people to see you and hear it from you because I know I'm not going to say it right. But he had some information where people was in his circle that he followed that still don't understand the reason why the protest, don't understand the kneeling. Now, Lou is a cool brother. I've been knowing him for years, but I have a lot more people. So definitely, Lou, let me know if you have my number. Let me know if you're going to be able to try to come on or not, because the link is on Facebook. But definitely, Lou is a cool brother, and he's one of those up straight brothers going to tell you like it is. He's not going to sugarcoat it, regardless of who you are. If you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. He's not going to support mess. And that's what he was saying the other day in his post about some of his friends that actually that didn't understand the reason why the protest, didn't understand the reason why people are kneeling and all of that, all because of a killing of George Floyd. And Lou put him in a place and said, "No, you have to do it." And he put a post on Facebook about it. So Lou is cool in my book. I've been, like I said, been knowing him from years, knowing him from high school. So, and if you don't know by now, he's a brother from another mother. And he always been that real about it. Always told the truth. And that's just Lou. Now he's doing some great things down in San Antonio. So he been around for a while. So I appreciate you, Lou, for listening in. Definitely, we need to get together on that with the nonprofit and trying to come up with a plan to help minority entrepreneurs that can do other stuff and be able to get these franchises. We may even need to start up our own franchise, start up our own restaurant and start franchising them out and do it like that. They give people the opportunity. Um, Matter of fact, it's place in my neighborhood, a Sonic that is minority owned. Young sister, not sure exactly how old she is, but if I would assume, I would say maybe 28 to about 32, and she have a franchise Sonic. So so my wife and I, we try to support her. Of course, before the pandemic, but now we may go by there and grab a flush. Well, I grab a flush and pour my drink in it, but that's another story. But definitely, I try to support small business, even though Sonic is a major company. But with this young lady, she's the owner of that Sonic. So I try to support her in her business and also try to get my friends, that is my neighbors, say, hey, support this Sonic. Um, I know where she stand on it, but she is a young owner of a Sonic, which is great. Um, I didn't know they did franchises like that, but yeah, they do. So definitely find out in your neighborhood who is a small business and support them. I don't care if you have to go in there and get a piece of gum. Go support them. Um, I try to support any small business I can. Um, if it's by telling someone about them or whatever. So uh, definitely support your small business. We're gonna have more shows like this. When I tell you speak on it Thursdays, it's whatever you want to talk about. It don't have to be what's going on that day. You may need to call and talk about your spouse or something getting on your nerve during the pandemic. He'll give you the opportunity to do it. And I also want to get together um, with married couples, that've been married for a while, and do a show on married couples, for they can discuss some of the struggles they've gone through that during a marriage, and not to be in a business, but to help a younger couple coming behind them that may be looking at them, and let for the younger couples can know, hey, it's not it's not that no matter what you're going through, you can make it through it. Now, me personally, I would not tell anyone. Uh, um, I would tell anyone to when you marry, you make the vows for better or for worse. So, for better or for worse, no matter what's going on, you should fight for your marriage, fight for it. Now, the only time when I say fight, I don't mean physically. I don't mean putting hands on each other. Now, I would tell anyone, work your marriage out, no matter what's going on. The only time I won't tell them to work it out if it's physical. If someone is getting beat, no, get out of it. Get out of it. Y'all don't need to be in the same house trying to solve that marriage. So definitely, I want to do shows on that because I have a lot of married couples to look up to. I talked a couple of shows back about my good friend, the Reverend Jerry Smith, and his beautiful wife, Angela Smith. They just renewed their vows for 25 years. It was a beautiful thing. When I seen it, I don't know why, but when they came out, seemed like the wind picked up and the dust started blowing. I kept having dust in my eyes, and you know how your eyes start running when you get dust in it. That's my story. I'm gonna stick to it. So I heard somebody on the side of him doing that ugly crap, but I'm not gonna say no name. Um, but couples like that I look up to, 25 years in strong. Um, Jerome and Lori Dotson, they 24 years strong. Martin and Felicia Kemp, I don't know how long they've been married, but it's been a long time because they have sons that is in their 30s, so they've been married a long time. Um, those are couples that I respect. My pastor and his wife, Dr. Frederick D. Haynes III, and First Lady Deborah P. Haynes. I look up to them, even though they may not realize I'm looking up to them, but I'm watching them. I watch them to see how to treat my wife and how to do this, how to do that. So my wife and I will be celebrating 13 years this year, September the 1st. So that's a wonderful thing. If you would have told me 15 years ago I would be married this long, I'd be like, not me. But it's a wonderful thing. So I look at couples like that. And also, now I'm going to get ready to get off here, but my wife's birthday is Sunday because of the coronavirus. I don't know what we're going to do. Probably celebrate somehow at home or whatever, and on video chat or something with our friends. I don't know. We may do a drive-by toast or something. Hers the 7th, mine's the 13th. My mom is the 14th. So I normally don't celebrate mine that much because I'm between the two of them. But at the same time, it's about them. I love them both, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do for my wife. I don't know yet because I know one thing I'm getting her, so she'll be happy with that. But other than that, I want shows like that. Want some married couples. So if you are a married couple and want to come on the show, definitely send me an email, send me a message. Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog on Facebook, all social media, and also send me an email, whoyouwithkurtdog@mail.com. I'm thinking that's about it. It was something else I was thinking about doing. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Haven't said much about it, but this week have been a trying time for my family and I. Welcome to the show, Sandra. My mom had major surgery the other day, so I'm actually getting ready to go visit her. But she's doing good. Thank you for the ones that have reached out to me, praying for us and all of that. So hold on, Lou just said something. At my Native American protest rally, we would establish a line of communication and repertoire with the police attending. Then we would tell the police directly this is a peaceful protest, and our group would not tolerate non-participant with route riders. If we see any acting a fool, we will ask them to leave the group and single them out to you. Flash the police. And that's a good way of doing it. If you know, okay, Sandra said she just talked to my mom, said she arrested him. Yeah, I briefly talked to her yesterday, trying to call her this morning, but hopefully she's out by the time I get there. I think she was out walking earlier when I called her. But definitely, if you are at a nonprofit protest, like Lou said, if you see somebody doing something wrong, say something. Find the nearest officer and say, hey, this person, they're not standing for our cause. could you remove them and just have them take them off? Because you don't want someone out there acting a fool, because it make all of you look bad. Because what's going to happen, as soon as something happens and the police go to remove that person, next thing you know, they're going to be like, hey, why are y'all attacking this person? Then they're going to make it seem like they doing it for no reason. One thing that we have to do as people, find out all the facts. Find out all the facts. These unarmed black men being killed, that was dead wrong. Now, it been some other incidents that we may see videos and stuff. You have to look at all of the facts. What led to that point? Sometimes it's nothing that a person done. In a lot of these unarmed cases, it was nothing that a person done. And all of them actually, it wasn't nothing that anybody done. It was just the fact you had some bad cops. And I'm not saying all cops are bad, because I have family members that are officers. I have friends that are officers. So all of them are not bad. And I've had some run-in with some cops. One of my childhood friends, we was talking the other day about an incident that happened to the both of us. And when I talked about it that day we did the show on George Floyd, I started to think about other incidents that happened to me. Now, it wasn't the fact that people wasn't the fact I did anything wrong, but we're going to come on the show. He's going to come on the show and we're going to talk about it one day. Cause we started to reminisce about some stuff, and I'm like, man, that could have been us back then. And one incident, I'll just tell you this one incident. I just got off work. I was 18, had my uniform on. He came to the house. It's 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. We're standing outside talking. This happened in East Dallas. Policeman roll up. He said, hey, how y'all doing? Oh, we doing good. Oh, I'm new to the beat. I just want to get to know people on the beat. No problem. Told him my name. He told him his name. We shook his hand. No problem. You have your ID on you? For what? What you need our ID for? I want to make sure you are who you are. No. We just verified this. When you come up to meet someone, you don't need my ID. So he was like, no, I just want to make sure you are who you are. Now, 18, I was, my temperature, my attitude got bad real quick because I knew it was wrong. So when I started to raise my voice, that time of morning, people started coming outside because they like, hold on, what's going on? Why are they out here yelling 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning? And when people came outside, the officer, he was like, oh, well, y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Okay. So it was wrong for him to do that. So I'm definitely not saying all cops, because I've had some great experience with some police officers. But certain ones I just don't trust. I appreciate the prayers, Lou. But definitely, if you are listening to the show, we're doing something new. On Thursdays, it's going to be Speak On It Thursday. I will put a link up where you can actually click on that link and be live on the show. Only thing I ask, you're going to be broadcast to all our platforms. And please do not send me a bill because it won't be paid. You're volunteering that time. So definitely on this show. Want to give you the opportunity to express yourself no matter what. You can, as you can see, you can chat live with us. I will read the comments on live on the air and give you prayers or my answers and all of that. But Lou, we need to get together and work on some stuff, and definitely. So if it's some other like-minded people, because everybody you can't work with, but if it's some like-minded people um, that is looking at trying to change the community, let's get together and meet up about this and see what we can do to start building things for ourselves, for our family, leaving um, empire for our families, and see what we could do. And I'm willing to help with anyone. Um, so um, and this is something that we need to do as a people, and just try to make a difference in our communities, and not only in our for ourselves, but also reaching back and helping someone else to come along with us. Because one thing about it, yeah, you can get rich playing football, basketball, baseball, whatever you want to, but where's your heart? Because all those things, playing those sports, don't mean a thing once you get to that throne. Because once you get to those gates, God don't want to know what you did. He want to know how you did it and how did you help someone. So, and that's what I'm looking at. If we can help someone behind us, our young generation coming up behind us, to be able to start setting their foundation and not just looking at sports or anything like that. That's what I want to do. So, other than that, I have to go see my mom. I will definitely, if you have any more comments, you can leave them on the page. You can also, I normally, right after the show, go on the page and respond to everything, but today I'm not. But other than that, um, till next time, I may even come on later tonight and do another show to make people aware that on Thursdays, it's going to be Speak on a Thursday, Speak Your Mind. And let's get it where we can talk about anything that is on your mind. I'm going to have subjects that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about different subjects that that sound from personal experience and some from experience of people that I know. Um, so let's do that until next time. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for tuning in today. And Lou, hit me up. Um, if you still have my number, if not, I'll shoot it to you. And let's work together on that. Until next time, I appreciate you. I love each and every one of y'all. Uh, just like always. Peace. Protest tonight, 4:30, Addison. Non peaceful protest. A peaceful protest tonight, 4:30, in Addison. So hopefully, like I said, everybody can do anything. I appreciate you. Love you. Peace.